Welcome everybody to the Culture Shock Podcast, episode number 7. This is your boy Pat Bayless with my host Los and my other co-host who is back, Nels. What's up, Nels?
Hey.
Nels is back, and today we have people returning from last episode. Last episode got a lot of buzz, a lot of talk, a lot of questions that we didn't hit, and it was great just to hear and see from people. So today we brought two new people on, Stephanie and Ben, who are here to really assist us. What's up, y'all?
What's the word?
What up? And then we got Rhino and Ellis returning to really spice it up some more because there's a lot of people talking about Ellis's comments. So we're gonna get to Ellis's comments.
Keep that door open.
There's a lot of people coming at you.
Pat
But
ask the questions.
yeah. So I'm gonna start right off because people were talking about, to me, they were like talking about feelings and people being in their feelings. So we're gonna start with the ladies for most of this. But ladies, do you feel like as you see men, do you feel like men get in their feelings more than females do?
Yes.
Answer right away. So tell me why.
I don't mean to laugh like that, but I don't think it's more. I think it might be about the same
in a different way.
Yeah, I definitely think that we express it. We are like freer with more expressing it than men are.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys hide it, but we could see it from the inside.
We show it right on our face.
Yeah.
Or
You try to act like it's you're fine, but we can tell.
So to DM just say bloop, 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 bloop.
You ask the nigga he's mad. And you know what I mean? And the nigga's like, nah, I'm not getting mad, but you get me mad.
But you get one word answers.
They already know.
Yeah.
But you get me type.
Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? The nigga's like on the edge type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already mad.
They don't want to look so. That's the thing. Like it's the stigma with men. They don't want to look soft, and like, you know what I mean. They're a victim to their own pride and like ego and everything. So like a lot of men, they don't want to like have that weakness, show the woman that chink in their armor. You know what I mean? I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? I think you should bear it all. Say what you feel. Say it when you feel it too. You
cry.
know?
I want to see you cry.
Yeah, Steph, I know you want to say something.
I mean, I ain't talking about no crying and shit.
But I think that it's based on how you're raised. I think that some men are taught to be more masculine, where others are taught to be more expressive. So I think that when you look at it like in a culture perspective, there are certain cultures that you don't talk about feelings, and there are some that they advocate for you to talk about feelings. Like they embrace feelings, and especially like even in the Black community, it's like therapy is not really a thing, and how do you convey feelings if there's no platform for you to convey them? So it's really also a cultural thing too, if you're looking at it.
That's 100%.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I definitely think. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think maybe I just be around different type of people, but I think any man I've encountered definitely way more in their feelings than me.
They light skin.
Sorry. No, I don't really do light skin, but they be
see, and they get their feelings.
more in their feelings, and not even saying most of these people weren't raised in places where they're used to expressing their feelings, but I'm not used to that. So I was like, oh, all right, softy.
Not so.
You think it's based off the action?
No, wait, Pat.
That's exactly why.
That's the shit right there.
It is stigma. No, it's a stigma. I think.
No, they're
You're
right.
gonna talk shit when you start crying.
Yeah, right. Like, what you want me to do? You want me to be expressive, but then you don't want no bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like
No, but you can be expressive, but being too in your feelings is like, all right, calm down.
Balance. Find
Because you want a
balance in
man
how
at
you
the end of the
express
day.
yourself.
Right.
that don't take away from you being a man though. I don't
It don't.
What,
I
being
don't think
sensitive?
so. An expressive man who understands his feelings, who can
Communication is
who
key.
can do
Expressive
that.
man
Yeah.
usually gets what he wants.
That's different though. I'm not talking about just expressing feelings. I'm talking about being in their feelings.
Ah.
Yeah.
Being extra, being
If
hurt a
you-
lot.
Expressing is okay. Like you should be able to express
it's
yourself, but now
different.
when you in your feelings, because that's what you said, Pat.
Right.
Yes, in your feelings.
Well, in your feelings
Right.
usually is when you got your pride hurt 9 times out of 10. So it's like, and that's the thing. Like I said, men are habitually sufferers of their prides being hurt. That's usually, I mean, especially if a man has nothing, he has his pride. You know what I mean? So like, that's like a thing that like I said, especially a man who got nothing, man. Yo, you hurt their pride. They won't crash out that
Ben, my thing is this though, just what you're saying. So is pride something like So I've heard different stories of girls say that men do things where like, oh, why didn't you kiss me? Why didn't you touch me? Why didn't you do all this? And I get that could be a part of like innate feelings and stuff like that, or overthinking. So is that also a pride thing too? Because some other woman has done that maybe this girl maybe isn't like that and she don't do that. So now is that a part of him being in his feelings? Is it a pride thing? What is that?
I ain't kissing no random bitch. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I ain't gonna kiss no random hoe. That's
no random bitch. I said if it's a guy and the girl's not doing what the guy just expects her to do.
Oh, and he denies her the sexual.
No, she denies him, and now he's in his feelings, bro. Now he's like
that pride comes out.
That's pride, right? That's what I'm asking.
It's pride would be if he goes and fucks the next bitch. Realistically,
yes,
you know what I mean?
yes,
yeah,
yes.
You know what I mean?
That's why we brought you in, Ben, just so you can say it just like that.
But back to that.
This nigga Ben raggedy as hell.
It also just goes back to communication. For like somebody said before, communication. There should never be a point where you're not touching me enough or I'm not touching you enough, whatever, without one of us expressing like, yo, I need this from you or I need that from you. Like, it's straight communication, and
now
all that pride shit should be put to the side.
When let's say you are the partner that is being
expressed to,
alluded to you, how do you feel on that?
As far as like, oh, you're not doing this enough or something?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a conversation of like, okay, then I'll start doing that, or you actually act on doing that.
What if the nigga wanted you to suck his toes?
It depends on how it's stated, because I think there's sometimes like messages with what a person does, like that's also a form of like non-confrontational communication. Like sometimes we look at what our partners are doing and it's like, okay, if they're fixated on a certain thing, or if we notice that they're looking at other women consistently, that's going to make us look at ourselves. And it's like, that's a form of communication. So I think it depends on how it's conveyed. Like if you're approaching me and you're telling me I have an issue with X, Y, and Z, that's different than if I'm observing the way that you're moving and what you're doing as a result of a problem or an issue you have with me. So
But here's the thing though. How often really is like a man looking at a woman like, or whatever?
Finish the question.
It's a serious question. It's a serious question. How much of it is based on you? Realistically, or is it based on a man's natural fucking animal desire to see attractive females?
That's what I think we don't understand. Like a lot of it has nothing to do with
the woman. I promise.
It's a lot of it is your own desires or whatever. But for man, it's just fulfilling whatever.
The conquering, some is the conquering, some is a
balance with that though. Like if you're with someone and you're not giving them that attention, but they see you eyeing somebody else, of course they're going to feel insecure.
It doesn't matter why you're looking at them.
Right.
They still feel that way.
If your partner doesn't feel who you're with doesn't feel secure in their position with you, no matter what, like if they catch you gazing at someone else, and I'm not talking about the occasional stare, but if they're like entertaining other looks and other women, of course you're going to feel some kind of way. So it depends. Like again, it's true. Like even with women, if you're not making your man feel like he's appreciated, if you're not making him feel like he's important to you, then of course you're going to start to look at her differently when she's giving that attention to somebody else. Yeah, like
it's like, why is she not giving it to me? Why is she
right? So it's balance. If I'm happy and I'm fulfilled, and I'm secure, then why do I feel the need to constantly like badger you about what you're doing? If I'm secure in my relationship, if I'm good, if we're good, then I wouldn't necessarily feel like I'm internalizing what you're doing, because I know that I'm on good terms. And that's
I'm good because you provided that reassurance prior to this. So
reassurance is like that key word. If your partner is reassured, then it's like you can get away with certain things. But if you're not if you're not good, if you're shaky, if you're unstable and you start doing things like that, of course I'm going to look at you differently, because it's like, why couldn't you convey that to me? Like what does that person have that I don't? Or what is it that you're looking for that you can't get here? So
Talk to me, Ellis. I know you vanity out with Ellis. Talk to me.
He's stressed.
No, honestly, I'm waiting for the next question to come. I'm not even gonna hold you, but
Man, I was
Nah,
like,
Can I hear your stance on this? Because I wasn't here
yeah.
last week, so I want to know your stance. Can I hear at least a little snippet?
Listen to last week's episode, nigga. We got more shit.
Honestly, I feel like we didn't
Right.
even get this.
I don't
deep
even
in
know what
that.
the
We didn't.
Stephanie
We
brought,
about
a
to.
whole nother-
I don't even know what the question was.
It's okay, Elvis. We're gonna get to this next one because this segues right into the next one. So we were at last week. We were talking about
Magic
social,
Bayless.
right? We were talking about social media.
I ain't gonna be here.
And now, how do you feel, ladies? How do you feel about your man that you've been dating liking other females' pictures?
You can go because I went last week.
Because this is a touchy subject for certain.
Wait. Do they know this female, or is this just like a?
Yeah,
They know,
there's a lot
they
of
know the
That's-
females.
and we
No
know the
models.
female?
No models. You know the females.
Know of the female, or they know them personally?
No of them. Don't matter. Just people that live on in the
Still
area.
depends.
It
Boom.
honestly, it really all
I wanna
depends.
know what it
But I'm
depends
just
on.
gonna be 100%
Yeah.
honest. Nobody wants to see at blah 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 and 10,000 others like this photo and it's your nigga's name like first. Like nobody.
That
wants
shit
to
don't
see that.
matter.
No,
It-
it does matter.
Let them talk, Ben.
matter.
Let them talk, Ben. Let them
And-
talk.
and-
Let them move.
There's a line to it. Like there's some pictures. There's sometimes where it's like, oh, I don't really care. Like it's a picture. Like you like it, okay. But
Yeah,
then
I feel that.
Sometimes
Just
sheer
a like means
ass.
something, right? A like means
I
something.
know. We know. I'm a female. We know how people take likes. You liking this bitch picture? It just feeding her like type shit. That's how a lot of women look at it.
Mhm.
But it really all depends. Don't be like if I see the bitch and she half naked on Instagram all the time, you don't need to be liking her pictures.
I'm
I
liking
think-
that shit.
I think it goes back to the whole. I think it goes back to the balance because I think like if he's not on me the way he's on them, I don't want to see it. Like if
Right.
he's giving
Everything
me
with the
the type
secure.
of attention, right? If he's giving me the same type of attention, like if he's hyping me up, if I'm posting pictures, he's like, "Yeah, babe, like you looking good." But if you're doing that to the next, I don't want to hear it
Yeah,
because
just gas me up.
right.
Not the
Your
other bitches.
attention should primarily be here. Obviously, you're a man. You're going to look. There's going to be things that you're going to see that you're going to like. But if you don't give me that same type of attention, of course I'm going to have a problem with it. It should go both ways. So I don't necessarily think that it's an issue because, look, there are guys that like guys' pictures. Like, you know, their homeboy posts a photo and it's like he likes it. That's not a problem. And it shouldn't be with a woman. But if you're thirsting over her, then that's a concern.
Right.
Or if 2 seconds after she posts a picture, there you are, or
Or if it's every single picture, every
right. I
single
mean, or
picture.
if it's a certain.
We also should know who our niggas are.
Shadi, that sound personal.
If you're liking pictures of them like with their kids, or you know them at family outings, whatever. But if you're only liking a certain type of photo,
Bikini ones.
right,
Sitting on the sink.
Ass twerking.
right.
Yeah.
What is that energy? Like she posted a picture with her kid, but then the next photo is her in Miami, and you only like the pictures in Miami. I'm gonna be like,
What if you like all of them though?
But Instagram is a little fucked up, and sometimes the algorithm don't have them family pictures don't pop up.
Or it could be like Bernie
Like-
Mac and say,
like-
fuck them kids.
but if you remember, Instagram took off that feature where you could see what
Likes and stuff. Yeah,
people
I
were
never really liked that anyway.
is
That was weird.
getting people in trouble. They were
Yeah, that
seeing
shit was
Well,
trash.
I didn't know they.
That man was like this.
That shit was
Yeah.
trash.
they took
No,
that off.
Nels, how you feel?
Yeah, Nels, I want to know,
I
Nels.
remember that.
I
You got
seem
caught
to
up.
just be on the
got
fence
caught
of everything y'all say. I ain't gonna lie. So far I've been disagreeing with everything.
Yeah, that's fine. We like that. We want
I
that.
don't really I don't have these problems. Like if I'm with somebody, I've been with a person who all they do is like girls half naked. But if I post a picture half naked, oh, why you post that?
Yeah, where's
Listen,
the same?
I say it like
energy?
this: if you want to like their pictures, because I be liking pictures too. And usually I'm the girl that people come to, like my boyfriend like your picture, and I'm just like, girl, it's a like. So for me, I think of it as in a different way because I'm like, I see people come to me all the time. Oh, you know, my boyfriend like all your pictures. I just want to know y'all talk. I don't know him.
Niggas don't even be liking the pictures of the bitches they fuck with because that don't.
And I make that clear all the time. They don't like the pictures and they don't comment.
Yeah. That's you.
So,
Unless
for
they
me,
really
it's
want
like-
to
trying to get
know,
caught
like,
up.
this my joint.
Yeah.
Niggas be
like
pump
their
faking.
pictures. Yeah, like their pictures.
Niggas be,
When I post
niggas be
my
looking up
pictures,
for safety.
no.
Not pump
Nigga
faking.
said, let me throw off the scent real quick.
Niggas be like other girls.
I'm gonna like all this shit.
That's savagery right there.
Mhm.
What kind of niggas you had, bro? Damn. You had some motherfucking James Bond cheating ass niggas, huh?
Oh,
That was I had no comment.
That's how it goes. You gotta play chess, not checkers, bro. You gotta be a couple of steps ahead.
Like you gonna do you, I'm gonna do me at the end of the day.
How you feel about that,
I'm
Ellis?
gonna like pictures.
Okay.
How I feel about what?
About if it was your shorty liking all these males pictures and you seeing her name.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't buy too
Don't
much into social
front.
media.
Cat. Look.
Nah, I don't. Nigga, I got like fucking 300 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, your Instagram's fat. I ain't gonna lie.
I haven't posted since like I haven't posted in a minute, maybe like 2018. Like, no. So
That's why it depends.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
Yeah,
You
but men
unplug,
are posting
bro.
all
And there's
kinds of
nothing wrong with
photos.
that.
Like, what type of photos are men posting that women? I mean, there are a select few, but like men do not post pictures the same way that women do. Men don't.
Some
can't.
do.
Yes,
You can't though.
but,
You can't.
It
but
depends.
yeah, there's some people like just know
We
what
can't,
type
though.
of picture is gonna get attention, and they just want to see.
Mhm.
Sometimes they just be talking to females without talking to them, just by posting.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me tell
niggas
you
don't
something.
be
If
naked,
my
but they be
short-
jeweled out or something.
Yeah.
They got the
If my
nice
shorts
little-
is above my knee,
Hoochie
I'm making a
daddy.
statement.
My shorts, my shorts is always above my knee, bro. So it don't even matter, son. And I ain't got no leg. You know, my legs like this. So yeah, it's not
I
bad.
just started doing that, and I'm like, listen, this ain't bad.
I need a couple tattoos. My shit too
This
skinny,
ain't
bro.
bad. Nah, I need the leg tattoos. I just don't need, you know what I mean?
Y'all about to be in Daisy Dukes out there. So.
Nah, that's too much. That's too much. Too much. Too much. And when
So,
you
but I
got,
will
you got
say
that,
this,
when you got that, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I will say this, like I think it's lame when people try to act like they're not on social media for attention though. Like that's the whole purpose of it.
Right.
Like paparazzi.
Like you didn't post this picture. You posted this picture so people can like it, so you can get attention.
Right.
Like, there's no other reason to post it. If Instagram wouldn't put the feature of likes on there, if they didn't,
Right.
if you didn't, the whole thing is about garnishing attention,
It
garnering
is.
attention. So
That's right.
Yo,
I mean,
I
some
think
people
that's so. I
use
think
it as
that's
a
just lame
journal,
when
too.
people. Oh, brother, use it as a journal.
No,
You got a camera roll on your phone.
He said, "Oh,
You got an iPhone, you got a camera roll on your phone, and then the iPhone will stitch shit together with music and make.
They give you a whole slide.
That shit be like,
That's me.
dude.
You're tripping Orlando. I'm like, oh, okay.
That ass.
As a journal. Come on now.
No,
Don't get his ass. Stephanie, get his ass.
there are some
Yeah.
people who post pictures like you see they're actually into photography and they do use
Yeah.
it like their platform to
Show the
showcase
business.
skills. There are a
Well,
few
that's-
people in for business.
That's different.
business
We
page.
ain't
But
talking about
Right.
those pictures.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
talking about that shit. We're talking about
Yeah.
personal
I'm talking
pages
about
with
A bunch
ass
of
and
hoes.
titties.
But then what about
or
like,
not even just.
The
not
bunch
even
Can we
about
say that's a
models?
business page?
What about with models? Models
Exactly.
aren't they not showcasing how they look? Like, isn't
Ass
that
and
the
titties.
main form of attraction?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, that
that's
don't
a
bother
business.
me. Though.
TNA.
That
That's
doesn't
a
bother me.
that's a business. That's different. I'm talking about someone's personal page,
Yeah.
and they're posting. They ain't a model. This person's an accountant. And so
Yeah.
But listen though,
Talent.
not for
Maybe they're
nothing.
I'm an
both.
accountant.
Not for nothing. OnlyFans have made that line very thin between personal and business. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bless
Bless you.
Thank you.
It
Thank
could, you could be that accountant. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yeah.
have OF,
Yeah,
that,
they
have
just said,
OF
what if
going
they're both?
crazy.
I know
Right.
some people that
Uh-oh.
are both regular and models, and
Mhm.
they have both on the same page, and it depends on what picture you like. Like the model pictures, don't like the regular pictures of her in her bathing suit. She not modeling right now. She regular,
Right.
so it depends.
And then sometimes,
She-
just as being like an active person on social media, you just like a picture because you know this person. That's just like,
Yeah.
here's
Just
another
showing
tap.
love real quick,
Yeah,
and then
like,
you keep
Yeah.
scrolling.
it may not even be a thought process in you liking the picture. Oh, whatever. Yeah, like
Right. So with that being said, you got people that do that, and sometimes y'all be heard about it, or we be heard about it in different ways of seeing that and seeing some type of form. So it's getting a little personal. Sorry to ask this question, but it's a little personal. What ways do you guys react when you guys are hurt by your significant other?
Depends.
It don't have to be a specific, like I did this
Nah,
with so and so,
definitely not
or
gonna be
did this with that.
yeah,
I'm just
definitely
saying,
not
as
gonna
far
be
as like an
specific, 'cause
emotion, what's the emotion that you feel? And
people
what's the
already
emotion?
talking about me. But I've done the extreme. I've done the extreme, and I've done
Cut niggas Jordans.
the calm.
Can I get your highest high and your lowest low?
Yeah, can we get your highest high? No. Yeah, no, it might be too bad. No, can we get like something that you did to somebody?
It was 7 years ago. You're good. Let's talk about it. Statute of limitations are up. I know about it. I don't know.
This is the internet.
The timeline.
This is the internet, and it lives forever. So don't put your personal business.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like I said, people are
don't listen
I'm
to
already household name right now.
Don't be a household name.
Unplugged Ellis right there.
But I've done the highest highs of like whatever, and then the lowest of lows, and it literally it all depends. It could be it literally depends on that level of hurt or the time that I have to process it, and
or what he did.
Yeah,
the situation.
It's the whole situation. And also just working through like growing up and stuff like that. You realize sometimes it's just an overreaction, and if you take those couple minutes to sit and think and before reacting, and
Rhino, you look like you got hands.
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino, how many people you beat up? How many people you beat up?
Why is everybody yelling at me?
Hold on, Rhino, fuck all that bullshit. I want to know your highest a high and your lowest a low. Fuck what Ellis is talking about. At the end of the day, you a grown ass woman. Stand on what you did back then.
How many women you beat up? How many women
you beat up? You look like you got hands. Like you definitely didn't hit.
I know you don't hit niggas.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Niggas is messy as fuck, boy.
Right, y'all want to hit somebody so bad. You hit a nigga.
This is what a podcast is. You bang your soul, man.
Definitely judged her. I definitely did. I ain't gonna lie.
Now when she says she hit a nigga, then what y'all gonna say?
I'll be like,
who'd you hit?
Let's get it. Robin, we back.
No domestic violence. No domestic violence. No domestic violence.
That's a good answer.
We know what's happened, but no domestic violence. We good. What about you, Steph? Go ahead. Let me know.
I'm not really the type to get that upset in general. I'm just not. I'm pretty like
calm zen.
Yeah, I think I get more sad than upset, and I think I get sad because I put a lot of effort into.
It'd be the embarrassment for me.
Like, I get sad first.
I get really sad. Like I don't think I get to the point where I'm not the type of person when I'm upset that I see red. Like I know some people, it's like anger, and it's just you black out, and everything that happens after that you don't remember. And I never want to lose control of my emotions to that point where it's like I do things that I'm going to regret later. So for me, it's like I get really sad. I'll get distant. I get in my feelings. And I don't think I've ever had I've never destroyed anything of anyone's. I've never gotten there. Thankfully, not yet. But that's just who I am. And I think that for me, it's like my highest point is when I kind of shut down. So for me, sadness means that I shut down. I kind of close off a certain part of me because I don't want to have people get me out of character. It's not worth it for me because I'm mad now, but tomorrow, I'm back and we're happy again and we're all good. And it's like what I suggested made me look foolish. It made me look stupid.
That's a fact.
Even on social media, people talk about baby mama, baby daddy drama, and then 2 weeks later they're posted up with the whole family picture. I don't want to be that person.
What's the point? Right.
Yo, Steph, is you the type of nigga that be having that silent house? We all just walking past each other and shit.
They start slamming everything.
Terrible.
Yo, she slammed everything. Yeah, she slammed all the cabinets. Bam.
You getting water. She getting a sandwich. Y'all walk past each other and shit.
Act quiet. No TV.
Washing the dishes mad hard.
Is that not better than animosity? I feel like it's just better to go.
Yeah,
get over
that's I would rather that.
Right, than to go through, break phones, cars, hurt people.
Right, words hurt.
Later, you're not that same person anymore. Right. So it's you did things, they took you out of who you normally are. And then at the end of the day, you lose. Because you spend too much time, too much energy. To me, being angry is you can feel it draining your energy. You feel a weight on your back. And why do you want to feel like that?
Right. So Nels, the question that we were asking is kind of when you was a significant other and you see things or you've been hurt by them, what is the thing that you feel? What's the emotion that you feel when it first happens? Where's your go-to? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it revenge? Is it you want to know that?
Yeah, I get mad. I ain't gonna lie.
She's like this.
I knew it.
This is a good balance though.
It is. Everybody got different answers, so it's good.
But to make me look crazy because no, I get mad. I I calmed down a lot, but
Mhm.
me, I'm breaking everything. I'm
Oh,
going
Ben wants to know your highs and your highs and your lows and your lows.
Ben,
By the
there you
way,
go.
No,
Now
Ben
to tell
said-
you.
I want
Ben
to know
said-
every single person in this motherfucking chat. I want to know
I can't say
your
mine.
most toxic situation, and I'll
This
share
nigga
mine.
got-
I'm about to say you're gonna share
You
yours.
go
I'll
first.
share. Hell yeah! I'll share
Nels,
mine.
go ahead, Nels, go ahead. You don't have to
Why?
share if you don't want to. It's okay, but if you want to, go ahead.
It's just like, I don't no more. But in my last relationship, that was it for me because it was a lot of cheating, a lot of y'all hear the real stuff. I'm about to tell y'all. My name is Uncle Richie in his phone.
Who? Uncle what?
Uncle Richie.
That was your name. This is not funny, guys. I'm
Your
listening.
boyfriend had you under Uncle Richie?
My name is Uncle Richie.
Stop.
Wait, keep going
Stop.
in and out.
Stop.
Keep going in and
That's
out.
not
Yo, you gotta fix your volume.
mic.
Now fix your mic. Uncle Richie.
Uncle.
Yeah, that's the funniest shit I've heard in my whole.
That's like saving somebody on the Uber driver.
I've
my
heard of
God,
this before. This
son.
is not the first
Wait, but
time.
how long were y'all together?
You can hear me?
Love it.
Still in and out.
Yeah, in and out, kinda.
What the hell?
How
No,
long
you
were y'all
keep
together?
talking. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
2
Yeah.
years?
It might just be the service.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I want to make sure y'all can hear me though.
Yeah,
No, we good. We good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was 2 years. So for me, my response is I asked nicely, like, so why is my name Uncle Richie in your phone? And said,
Y'all some assholes.
I'm sorry, Nels. I apologize.
he said, I don't know who did that.
Okay.
See,
Bye.
that shit is-
No,
that
that's
shit is
really an
corny.
answer too. I believe it. I believe
Nah.
everything she just said, man.
So how did you react after he lied?
Yo, nah, who did that?
No, that's not. Y'all
Wait,
niggas-
Pat.
Shut up,
Let her
Pat,
speak.
till we get
Yeah,
here.
let her speak.
I'm sorry.
I was knocking things down. I was throwing things, picking the vacuums, throwing them. I was upset. How you know Uncle Richie?
Picked up a
Vacuums? Change your name on this shit to Uncle Richie.
Do
Did,
you have like an actual Uncle Richie? Like, does he exist?
Huh?
Does he actually have an Uncle Richie? Like, does that man exist?
No.
Probably not.
Damn,
They
that's
usually
tough.
don't.
What was the other shorty name?
oh my
Who just
God.
ad lib? They usually
Uncle
don't.
Ruckus.
There was so much salt in that shit. I feel
I feel like in that situation, my reaction was okay because that was disrespectful to 2 years. That was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Nels, were you in the
He
corner
is
like
right.
this, shaking?
Uncle
Were
Richie
you
is
shaking right before you went
wild.
off?
I wasn't shaking. I was really calm because I gave you the chance to tell me the truth. So I'm always going to be calm first. I asked you and you lied. So now I'm mad.
So what'd you do?
now
How'd you find
that's-
out though? You just called him, or you just like? Well, how'd you find out?
Not
You
you
know-
just called him. You should have called him.
I listen to my brain sometimes. My brain be telling me to do things and
Intuition, right?
the phone was on the bed. I'm like, let me see what my name is. Because all of a sudden we changed passwords. So
Oh, that's bad work. Oh, that's bad work.
Ben, what's your highest of highs?
Yeah, Ben, we want to know. Yeah, Ben.
Situation, I bet. So
Yo,
this
yo,
is
This
crazy.
nigga
It's
murdered
gonna be bad. It's gonna be a
someone.
long story.
Oh, it is. It is.
This nigga low key
So-
murdered someone.
be honest.
When I was in college, I dated a girl. She told me she was pregnant, so I dropped out of college. Okay.
Aw.
So come to find out, this whole situation, like I didn't know, like this was a lie until like late after me
Nigga.
dropping out of school, like, bro. Because I was mad young, nigga. I was like 19 or 18
No, I'm
or
just
some
saying.
shit.
I feel for you.
Anyway, so this is right before you met me, Rhino.
Okay.
Yeah. So fucking, she told me she was pregnant and shit. She admitted to lying about it. And I was about to kill this bitch, bro.
Yo, lying.
So I remember I
bro.
kicked her out of my car. She like stole my phone in this whole process. But she had me thinking, like, I'm thinking my bitch wouldn't steal my phone. So bitch stole my phone. Come to find out, I find out about it. Time and my dumb ass is like, yo, we end up trying to work things out. So
After you dropped out of school and she lied,
No,
my
after she
whole
lied
shit,
about being
bro,
pregnant,
listen,
the
I was a
fuck?
different type
You
of
were young,
nigga
though.
10
Nah,
years
yeah.
ago.
we take.
I was a different type of nigga 10 years ago. All right.
Okay.
You heard? Yeah. So fuck around. I'm like, yo, listen, we can get back together, but you really violated. Like, you took my phone. Like, that shit cost me bread, and I was broke as fuck at the time. Cost me bread I didn't even have. Like, the least you can do is pay back at least what I paid for my new phone, or pay me back. Yeah,
Pay the tuition.
that's
What do
weak.
you mean?
College.
Pay me back my tuition.
That's what I just said. I said, fuck
Nah,
Kamala. She worried about the
listen,
phone.
once more, I'm not
Right.
even. This is an 18-year-old kid thinking.
And so I need to text people, man. Fuck that.
So I'm fucking.
I would have gave it at least a trimester before I left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, he didn't want to be in school.
Yeah, I mean, I would have. I was like,
He
show
was
me.
young.
I wanted to be. You know what I mean?
young.
It was
He ain't
fun
know
back
better.
then too.
Not for him.
Ben,
He
how
was
far
young. He
did
ain't know better.
did she take the lie? Like,
Oh, this bitch was fake throwing up and everything. This
She
bitch
was
was
not
fake
fake throwing up.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like bitch would like sit there, kill over, act.
You don't
like,
even gotta have the sickness.
Bro.
You don't even have to be like
The nigga
that.
was crazy, bro. So
Hold on, let me ask you something. What is her life like now today?
she's doing all right for herself. She's doing all right for herself.
Tell the
She's
rest
cool.
of the story.
She's
We
living
get
good. She's all right.
She looking good.
Nah, she's living good. Living good.
Oh,
Do she have kids?
Ellis want that toxic energy. That's why he has.
I don't got no like ill feelings towards her. That shit was
So
mad
y'all got
long
back
ago.
together. She needs to
So
buy you a
I
phone.
try to work it out with her. So I'm like, oh, listen, pay me back the bread I paid for the new phone, which is like $200, and we good. We can be square from there. Like it is what it is. So she's like, I bet. So we working things out. Everything is good. So we end up chilling. This is around Christmas time. This bitch is telling me the whole week, yo, I'm getting this crazy Christmas bonus. Blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking, all right, cool. Maybe I'll recoup some of that bread. Me and Shorty end up going to the store, whatever. She's cashing out. I'm like, I'm looking at this bitch spending all this money. I'm like,
where's my phone?
I'm quiet. I'm just, you know what I mean? So then on the way home, the bitch talking about I'm about to buy some Beats. I'm like, bitch, you about to buy some what? I'm like, nah, bitch, you about to buy my new phone. The fuck is you talking? So then we start going at it. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Fuck this. I gotta go to work too at this point. So I'm like, yo, fuck this. I gotta go to work. Get the fuck out of my car. We done. Like, it is what it is. She's like, nah. I'm like, yo, bro, just get out. Fuck it. Like, I don't want to hear nothing no more. So I slam my car door, go pull off. This bitch opens my door, gets in between the car, and like she opens the door. So the door is open. She's
Go
like
on.
right here. The car is here, and the door is here. This bitch hold it on.
Oh my
And
god.
she's like,
So X Games,
you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Like, you gotta listen to me. Da da da. And she starts like fucking hitting me and shit. And I'm like, all right, talk then. Fuck it. So the bitch is talking. I'm like, yo, just step back because you hitting me. I don't feel comfortable. Bitch steps back, put it in drive. Yo, listen. Now listen. The plot thickens.
Oh,
She came in.
This bitch grabs onto the car.
She what?
Bro, listen, she grabs on and starts running with the car. Running with the car. Bro, I'm giving it gas now, thinking she's gonna let go. This bitch gonna let go. Bro, nothing. She's still trying to run, So now I really hit the gas.
Crazy.
This bitch she drags. She ends up fucking her legs just across the street.
Oh my god.
Bro, I was like, yo, this bitch is crazy.
No, you did that.
I said,
Hell no. Hell no.
Does it hurt yet? All right.
Hey, as an adult,
No, you did
as an
that.
adult, hell no. Fuck no.
You should have hit the
Because let me
brakes so
tell you
she could
something.
fly.
No fucking idiot is gonna stand in front of a fucking gun.
Yeah, right.
Ain't no idiot gonna stand in front of a moving car. Ain't no
Why
idiot
did
gonna
you-
fucking
why did
hold
you
on
hang
to a
on?
moving car. Yeah, that's
Right about
accountability, bro.
Ben,
right
but you
about
gotta
that.
remember she faked the pregnancy. So you're
Bro,
not
I
just
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're liable for all cards.
Yeah,
Like,
no, she crazy, bro.
right. Like you're not
That's
dealing
insane.
with
She
level.
said she was fake
The
throwing
level
up.
of craziness
Oh.
is up there.
wait, all right.
Should've
So
got
here,
her
just
lined
Pull
up.
up on the story mode. Come
No,
on.
we took it back.
just to wrap this up though. How? Okay, so I'm thinking because how long did lie go, and
Right.
no belly, no nothing. Like how
Bro,
long
think
did?
about it.
When
I
did you
came
figure
home-
She
this
got
out?
5 months
I
before she
came
got a
home in
belly.
May. I came home in May.
True. Little round something.
Everything started to like unfold because now she couldn't keep up with shit because now I'm like trying to like, yo, what's up
Your
with the
doctors,
with the
da-da-da-da.
yeah, I'm like
Right,
with the
right.
doctors, what's up with the you know what I mean? You just can't keep up with shit. So then I didn't really go deep into that detail, but she faked like
Got it.
miscarriage and went crazy, bro.
Wow.
Mad different crazy shit, bro. This bitch was
That's
bugged.
fucked up. That's so fucked up. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
it
so
was
many
crazy.
women that are like, people do that shit all the time, but there's so many women that are like struggling with that shit, and then there's bitches that are like faking and try to keep
Hey,
it in it.
I'm gonna say this in her defense though, because I'm just the type of nigga like that. She definitely did have some like real serious mental problems on some shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she called me from the psych ward once.
Oh, so let's hope that she got help by now.
Yeah,
Nah,
for
she's straight now. Like I said, she's Gucci now. Like, you know what I mean? She's super Gucci.
Shout
Man,
out to her.
man, I might have one that. Nah, I don't think it tops that. There's definitely no
I don't
top
know,
that.
bro.
But
That
I
girl
dated
goes to the
somebody.
top.
I ain't saying no names, but I dated somebody back in the day that was a little crazy, a little alcoholic and shit, a little angry when they was drinking.
Yeah,
so,
we love those.
yeah. So
No,
I had a
fuck we
couple.
don't.
I had a couple of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I came in with a couple
That's
of
it.
dollars. You know what I'm saying? But this is the best story yet. This is the best story yet. Now fuck on that. This is the best story yet. So we go out east to y'all ever heard of Beach Bar? Any of y'all heard of Beach Bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so we go to Beach Bar. You know, I'm chilling. I'm like, you know,
Damn, Pat.
my homies come through. It was me and Shorty. Homies come through, and I'm like, oh, what's good? Da, da, da. She automatically drinking. She like, oh, you invited them. I said, what you mean I invited them? It's a beach bar. Like, I ain't invite them. She's tight, right? So I'm like, all right. She's like, I want to leave. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's leave. Like, no problem. I said, I'm going to drive, though, because you've been drinking. Nah, you ain't driving my car. Da, 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 da. She goes to the car. I'm like, all right, cool. I might die, so let me just send my mom my location. So I go in the passenger seat. Now she's driving. I got the GPS. You know, you got the GPS on the phone. So I'm like, all right, make a left. She keeps going straight. I'm like, yo, make a left. She keeps going straight.
Trying to kill me.
Now check this. Now we turn left into this road that becomes a road and it becomes thinner. Now, no, I swear to God, on my son, comes thinner and turns into a dirt road. Now we in the tail end of Long Island. There could be water anywhere. So on my head, I'm like, we about to die because we about to go into some water. So I'm sitting here. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm like, yo, stop the car. I'm looking at her like, yo, stop the car. And I'm sitting here helpless. I'm like, stop the car. She driving like 30 down this shit. And it's no lights, all woods. So I'm like, stop the car. I told her, I'm like, stop the car, I'm gonna do something. So she stops the car and she gets out and she wants to fight. I'm like, nah. So I hop in the driver's seat. I'm like, yo, we leaving. You coming? She's like, fuck no. Get out the car. I said, all right. I pulled out that bitch. I drove all the way back, bro. It's like a 15-minute walk. I drove all the way out the woods, pulled the car down the road and locked that bitch and put the keys in there for her. That was a nice part for me, but
Oh, you left her in the car.
you can't hear the shorty screaming from all the way down the woods, bro. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Screaming my name, bro. And I'm like,
crazy.
I already had bro, I had to sit outside away from my mom. I'm like, yo, mom.
Question then
Here
for
you
Pat.
go,
What
If you was black, you was going to jail.
what
Yeah.
have
It was.
Good question, Stephanie. I already hear. Say it again. They didn't hear you.
what have you learned about since then? What have we learned here?
I think there's something in the ear pod. Now I learned not to deal with no women like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
You
that's
think
what
it's
I can say.
You could get a woman like that, or do you think that they're just like engineered that way, like naturally, or do you feel like you can get them to that point?
No. I could definitely do some bad shit that get them to that point, but that woman was not. She was not stable. So we're gonna chalk that up. We're gonna chalk that up to the game because that was not me on that one. No, sir. Man, my man, please. So who up next? Because she gonna know when she see this podcast. Go ahead. Who up next? Ellis, I know you got something, Ellis.
Nah. I ain't putting none of my shit out like that. Niggas know. Some of these women know where I live. I ain't
Listen, you asking Pat. You asking a nigga who has the barely has an Instagram to reveal himself.
One video, he gonna be.
That's not, you know what I'm saying. His actions are already giving you. He's not really gonna say much.
Nah, I ain't putting. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we're going to Lowe's. Good. I know you got something, bro.
I gotta think. I think we're definitely pulling from college times though, for sure.
Okay, no, I'll give you.
There you go.
I'll give you something. So I had dealt with someone, and there was a bunch of toxicity in that relationship.
Yeah.
And so but I went on like the next situation that I went into. It didn't last. Like I nipped that shit in the bud and I just packed my shit and kept on moving. Yeah, like I see that shit and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm out. So boom, this is how it goes. So I was talking to this chick. Nothing even transpired. We ain't have sex. We ain't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We may have kissed a little bit, and so we were talking, and I told her, I was like, yo, you should come through, spend the night, da da da. She was like, oh, I got work in the morning, so I can't. I was just like, you know what, fuck that job. I said, I'll give you like 3-4 times what you make. She was like, "Nah, I can't do that." I was joking.
She was.
So
Yo,
So, like-
what kind of bag was you in, bro?
Right, bro.
listen, so like 3 weeks later, she was like, "Oh, I hate this job. I'm gonna take you up on that offer." Laugh out loud. And so I was just like, "Nah, you missed your opportunity." And so she was like, and then so like I thought we were joking. Then the conversation, like, she started telling me, "Nah, but on some real shit, I'm looking for someone to invest in me emotionally, so on and so forth, blah blah blah." And I'm just like, I said, "Okay, all right, yeah, that's cool. I agree. That's what you should be looking for." And then this chick, once I said that, so like I agreed with her, I concurred. She was like, once I said all that, she was like, "Yeah, whatever. You lying. Because if I told you I wanted to sit on your face right now, you'd be all for it." Da 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 da. I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
I'm like,
bitch.
yo, what?
You
I didn't say that.
damn right. That's the right answer. You damn right.
That's not an automatic guess, though.
I'm like,
I mean,
Yo.
But
you right.
so
You
this
right.
shit came out of nowhere. So we were joking back and forth, and then she says this. So I go, I'm like, yo, I don't know what prompted all this. Like, I don't know where this coming from. But I just agreed with you that you deserve X, Y, and Z, and now you coming at me with this. Then she started cursing me out and shit. I was like, you know what? I'm a block you. Like I done seen this movie already. I don't need to go down this road.
Right.
So I blocked her, but then she hit me up on Instagram. She was fucking blowing my shit up on Instagram, calling me on Instagram, bro. And I'm just like,
And you didn't have sex with her?
they listen to this. So
He did.
The plot.
listen to this.
You
Think
didn't
about
say that part.
So she hit me up. She's hit
We
me up on
maybe have
Instagram.
kissed.
She's hit. No, listen. So she's hitting me up on Instagram, and she's like, she starts apologizing and shit. And
That's how she did it.
so she starts
Got
apologizing
right in
and
the
shit.
Moochie Daddy shorts.
She starts apologizing and shit, right? And she's like, "Yo, can I see you tonight?" Da 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 da, so on and so forth.
Tonight?
And you
So-
said yeah.
Why not see
So
me
I'm
in
just-
general? Not talking about tonight.
I'm
So I was
see
like-
me for once.
So I was just like, "All right, yeah, all right."
Yeah, he knew he
So,
So
My man's
so
want
listen
some
to this. So
pussy.
we chilling in the car, right? And she's like not taking accountability for anything that happened. So I'm like, yo, what the? I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, yo, I don't need this in my life. So I'm like, yo, like, can you get out my car? Like, I'm about to go home. She's telling me no and shit. So we like going back and forth. Yo, then one thing leads to another. The craziest neck that I had got in a minute.
Hey!
Listen,
That's how it happens, bro. That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
Listen,
To that.
but
You
listen,
nigga.
but
Fuck you,
listen, but
bitch.
listen.
Yeah, that Kendrick.
So that shit happened, and I was just like, I never spoke to her again. I was like, I don't need this in my. I don't need
Nah,
it.
Oh,
I don't
but
need
after
it.
you got that.
That was
That's
two
why you
times.
want
but
like
listen.
right now.
you said that was
I
the
don't need
craziest,
this.
right? It was the toxicness that did it.
That
how
wasn't.
toxic
Hell
shit
no. That wasn't the craziest. Hell no. That was
He
nothing
did, he's
compared
giving
to.
us some.
That was nothing compared to some of the shit that I've been through. But
He don't want to get his car blown up.
that's just something that like I saw and I recognized. Just like, yeah, I don't need to be dealing with this shit.
Now you
Like
gotta-
I'll see shit now. Like somebody could do something, and it's just like I feel like that's indicative to your character, and that's not that's
Right.
something that's going to come up
Right.
all the time. Like if I'm talking, like, if I'm communicating with somebody, if I'm dealing with somebody, and I start calling you a bitch, that's not that. I call you out your
I
name
mean,
like
it's
that.
time to go.
No, not. That's something that I will do perpetually. That's something that I will do today, tomorrow, next week, next month. That's not going to stop. And I feel like if a dude calls you a bitch the first time, that or puts his hands on you or something like that, I've learned from my mistakes. Like I'm not going to sit here like that shit that chick pulled. Like nah, I'm good.
Right.
Like.
Right.
And then it was just like this is going to be a cycle. Like she's going to think that it's okay, and then we can make up and have sex and be back to square one.
Hell no.
Nah.
That's usually how it goes.
Nah.
Though. Every
I
cycle.
know. I've been in that cycle before.
Look, Los drinking his drink.
Yeah,
I'll tell you some shit.
I've been in that cycle before, and like that. Yeah, nah.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, nah.
I saw that shit, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't seen this movie before. I don't need to see part 2. Like I'm good.
You don't need to be part 2.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need to be a part 2. I don't need.
Yeah, Los,
I
you
didn't
go
travel this road before. I didn't travel this road too many times, and I don't need to travel it again.
Right.
So I got
Rush Hour 2 is
things-
better than Rush Hour 1 for the record, but
It is. No, it
It
is. It is.
absolutely is the
It
best
is.
rush hour.
It is.
Yo,
It is.
It's definitely is.
Goddamn bun. Anyway. Yeah, I think mine's just, just college. I think that was the most toxic time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just, you know what I mean?
Drunk
Just-
white bitches.
Yeah, a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those.
Not the white girls.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we was upstate. So I think that, I was dating a girl, and what I think was the worst of it was like I just started seeing like shit that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I had like anger issues. I couldn't deal with like impulse. You know what I'm saying? I would freak out and then be fine. And I was like, yo, and then all my homies would be like, yo, that's not even like you. Like, why are you doing this? This is my junior year. So, you're kind of figuring yourself out still, and I'd be like, just like doing dumb shit. And then we had broken up, and then you still mess with each other because it's like, that's the only person you've been messing with. Yeah. And then you're drunk on top of it. So it's like, it was just, yeah.
And you're at school.
And we're at school,
she's
you know
right
what I'm
there,
saying?
yeah.
But one time I had actually my roommate too at the time, he was dealing with another crazy situation. So it was two crazy bitches in that room at least at least once a week. So we was drunk and hooked up, whatever. We had broken up already, still messing around. So her phone was going off like OD. She had been, sleeping, whatever. And it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Now all my like homies are up, doing whatever. So I'm like, why is her phone ringing? So I'm like, yo, who's this? He's like, oh, da 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 da. Who's this? I'm a man from Florida. I'm like, what?
That's Uncle.
I said, man from Florida. I said, man from Florida.
Till she has some kids.
Yeah.
First of all,
I'm like, Florida. I'm like, bitch, when you go to Florida? You know what I'm saying? I've been with you all year. When you go to Florida? So I'm like, all right. So I'm talking about this bit, and I don't know what happened. She must have like heard me in her sleep because she popped right up. So she was like, oh, da da da, you going through my phone, blah blah blah, whatever. Argument.
She try to reverse psychology on your ass,
right?
Like you guys to do to us, but anyway, keep going.
In fact, we definitely do that shit. Had no words for that. I was like, okay.
He had no choice but to agree.
So she fucking like freaked out, and she had like cleared my desk, and we had like picture frames, mad glass all over the floor. I'm like, oh, this bitch is wilding. So she picked up my fridge. It was like throwing it.
Jesus.
Fridge? How big is that fridge, bro?
Little mini fridge, little mini fridge.
Say,
what
yeah,
you mini?
I still ain't picking up no mini fridge.
Like a regular college mini fridge?
Bro, listen. She played sports. I don't know. She was drunk. I don't
know this. This is what the fuck she
all you heard was
Nigga,
listen, she threw that shit. She threw that shit like a football too. so I come out the room and I'm like angry, but I'm not trying to physically harm this woman.
Right.
So I'm screaming down the hallway. I was like, I'm about to OJ this bitch.
My question is,
Plot
where's
thickens.
the proactiveness?
She was white.
Where's the proactiveness in this situation? Because it sounded like there was a lot of retroactiveness. Like
all retroactiveness.
But
you don't see the name? Radioactive.
Like the moment she would have like even like laid a finger on the first item of mine, she would have been on the ground.
Yo,
we don't condone no domestic violence on this.
No.
She was asleep.
Tackle to the ground is not domestic violence. That's me.
It's not.
That's me.
But listen, let me tell you something. I didn't want to put hands on this woman so many times, but never did. So I just never did because you know what I'm saying. Like
you gotta put hands. You can put shoulder.
No,
that's true. But like grab her. I never wanted to do any. Like I wanted to, but I never did because obviously of you're not supposed to do that.
Ben,
but it's
you feel like a fucking linebacker. I hope you are not shouldering bitches.
What? If you touch,
man, if you hit somebody, you'll put them in a coma.
Man or woman, if you touch my legal property,
but she was sleeping. Her phone was ringing, so he picked it up, and then she decided to
found out she was a hoe.
Not
Yeah.
I did want to
deny accountability.
But to Ben's point, I did want to rock bottom her. I wanted.
Of course, we all be feeling.
We all been there.
Serve my property. Fuck that, bitch. She ain't paying for it.
Right.
That's true. That's true. But yeah,
the fridge would have me hot.
The fridge had me freezing.
Huh?
The desk would have had me.
Control, right?
My phone got stolen, and the bitch didn't pay me back.
Right.
So I wanted to debt her.
He drove off.
But
Yeah, I
She
guess
didn't
he
break
got
my
his.
phone.
That man bad big ass in the passenger seat,
But
tight as a bitch. He was got
but-
brand new beats.
But you want to know? But you want to know the even more crazier part about that though is so obviously she threw the fridge. The shit's out in the hallway now.
In
Glass
the hallway.
Yo, she
Oh, no.
pushed it out the room.
Everybody know your business.
Everybody knows. And not for nothing. Not for
The
nothing.
whole damn school. When you at
They-
school, you can't
Feel like
get away
this.
from it now.
That's Denzel.
All my homies already knew because they was like, yo, he's not himself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they already
And there's
like
mad
kinda-
Karens up there too, so I know you was screwed. I know you was.
Nah, she wasn't Karen. She wasn't Karen. She
Yeah,
wasn't
no, but
Karen.
there's Karens all around that campus.
Yeah.
Up there. Yeah.
Not at that time. There wasn't no real Karens like that. White people always in your
So, we
business.
just ain't giving
but-
a name.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
White people
go
always
ahead,
in your
finish the
business.
story.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
Yo,
So-
the worst thing about a small campus is everyone, like, when one thing pops off,
bro,
Everybody
Even a
knows.
big campus,
smaller than
shit.
Longwood. That's how small the campus is.
God, it's so
Wow.
Right.
That's
So I'm like, yo, you gotta get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? You're crazy. Whatever. She leaves. Right. I spent like all night sweeping the shit up, glass in my bed, glass all over everywhere. Right. So next day we come back. Me and the fellas and whatever. We go to the cafeteria, whatever. We eat. We about to smoke, watch a movie. When we come back into the room, she's in my room, sweeping up and cleaning up.
I made a mess. Now I'm gonna clean it.
I'm like, whoa, the fuck you doing here?
Trying to make amends.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what your situation was, Ellis. She was trying to apologize her way.
And she was really crazy. She would have been butt ass naked waiting for your ass cleaning up.
I mean, all my homies would have saw her. So I mean,
No,
there's
she
a
was
lot
crazy.
of.
She wouldn't have cleaned up. She would have just sat there.
That's true on the
Like,
bed,
hey, babe,
Indian
I'm back.
style.
You okay now? Yeah,
She
we
would have
we
had a
done.
big ass knife in my desk, like thin line between love and hate.
Thin line between love and
But yeah, so I'm like, yo, listen, Cinderella, you got
You got to go.
That's crazy, son. Now that's crazy. So with you saying that, the bigger question is to all of y'all, would y'all rather be, if y'all got cheated on, would y'all rather be told by the person who cheated on you or by the person that they cheated on with?
No,
The
I'd rather my
person
man tell
that-
me.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
person that cheated on me.
100% of the time.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to
Well, I mean, I know
I wanna
obviously
know.
we don't want to know, but
I want to know. And I
how
want
would
you
you
to
want
tell
to
me.
take the answer? How would you want to take it? Would you rather take it from, hey,
Him.
babe, I fucked up? Or would you rather
Yes.
say, hey, I'm just letting you know this?
Yeah, you never want to
Him.
find out.
Big
It's
or-
always, but it's never like that.
Nobody should
It
be coming to
isn't,
me
but-
telling me. Nobody
but
should be coming to me telling
I don't
me
want to
what
hear
you're
no
doing.
bitch telling me what
Right.
you've been doing.
Right.
But yeah,
You tell me.
That's a clear consensus, right, guys?
Yeah,
I agree because I think that with him approaching me and telling me about it, you're giving me the opportunity for I mean, whether I choose to or not, you're giving me
To
the
make a decision.
right. Like
Yeah.
not telling me, you're taking that option away from me, which
Yeah.
kind of puts my back against the wall. So now I'm kind of
That's-
either forced to deal with it as a secret or,
Turn the fuck up, because if she calls me, I'm turning the fuck up. So you better tell me first.
I agree with that.
right. And it's embarrassing. I don't want to be told by anybody about.
but
'cause-
here's
Yeah.
the
Back.
thing. Sometimes when women get cheated on, most of the time they're upset, right?
Right.
Sometimes I feel like when guys get cheated on, maybe not cheated on, maybe it's not someone they're not super
Y'all
serious with.
upset, bro. What you talking
But
about?
no, maybe it's not a girlfriend, but maybe it's like you messing with a girl and you realize that
Dating, like dating.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
like
Nah.
guys be like, all right, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
because
They
the
be more
difference is
mad
you
at the
guys
girl.
go
That's
sleep
not
with
cheating,
somebody
though.
else.
That's not cheating.
That's not cheating.
I'm talking about
Like,
in a relationship. You found
If
out.
you in a relationship,
Say that
you cheat
again?
on me?
If you're in a relationship, it's cheating.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Oh, if you're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell all y'all this because I don't care what y'all think. I'm gonna tell all y'all this. If y'all just broke up yesterday and you on the next one,
Y'all still
You motherfucking
yeah.
cheating.
Uh-uh.
I don't give a fuck who y'all.
I've been there.
What
Yeah,
y'all
that's premeditated.
is it? That's fucking. If you the next day, then fuck that.
They was
10
already
days.
dealing with each other.
10 days later.
It's 3 months.
10 days.
So
Wait,
what's,
what's
It's been 10 days.
I mean, like,
3 month
Nah.
waiver fee. Fuck that.
I don't agree with that.
what's an appropriate time to move on? Like,
agree.
what's the time?
If you move on the next day, Steph,
Pat said
There is
90
an
days.
appropriate
I'm
time.
I'm not gonna lie to
I'm
you.
not saying
If
that it's
my
moving
girl
on, though.
decides up, I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead.
go
If my
ahead,
girl
man.
decides to up and leave me, I'm on the prowl the next day.
The
On the
next
prowl the next day.
That's because men don't do shit with emotions.
That-
Right. So
no,
instead of crying,
that's not
we're
true.
in the house
What
crying.
That's not
We're
true.
in the house
Nah.
crying with our
That's
friends,
not
and
true.
you're fucking other girls.
That
That's not
nigga
true.
Ben needs. That nigga.
That's
Ben
not
needs
true. That's not
therapy.
true at all.
You're
First
dealing with
and
this shit.
Well, it's not first. What do you first and foremost? Let's put things in perspective. Men don't get as much pussy as you believe. That's not the case. The average man is not getting as much pussy as you may think.
As
gallivanting around town, that is not the case.
And as they get older,
hold on a second. 9 times out of 10, he's probably like on Tinder or like drunk trying to fucking get up on a girl at a bar or something like that.
Instagram somebody.
He is not doing what the fuck.
It's more work than you think. Yeah. No, I agree.
Law of averages. That's how much work it is.
No, that's true.
Now, especially if your man is like faithful too, like, and he's not, or like he's like inside, not outside, and like just don't be around people.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, to get back in the game, it would be is.
And I'm not gonna lie, if you're a baddie too, man, if you're a baddie,
that's inside is not jumping off one day out of their relationship.
You said what?
Right, exactly. If you're really in love with that person,
don't think
the next
so.
day you're not jumping off. Ben,
You'd be surprised.
Ben, I know you could be hurt.
Serial killers.
There's no love. There's no love in sex. Sex is an activity. There's no
bullshit.
love in sex.
Some people just have that.
This nigga is
like,
this
it's
nigga.
like
Nah,
no
Ben,
filter.
that's bullshit.
I would never. But some people have that,
But
like,
you're
no filter.
faithful and you're loyal. Your girlfriend breaks up with you, and the next day you somewhere else.
Nah, Ben, I
that
ain't gonna lie.
sounds crazy. That doesn't make sense.
Saying that doesn't
You're not that
Whoa,
loyal.
let's
You
just
so
one time.
comfortable just.
What you mean? Sex is an activity. Sex, realistically, sex is an activity. Okay, sex and basketball are both activities. Okay,
True.
The things that you do.
Fuck up.
No, but listen.
Answer this question. What does love have to do with sex? What does love and what does love and loyalty have to do with sex?
I'll tell you right now. You know what it is?
Wait, what did he say?
What does love and
love
loyalty?
Oh, what does love have to do with sex?
You know why?
And loyalty.
Because sex is what it is a sacred energy exchange. You know what I'm saying?
Transfer
So once you
energy, bro.
right, so once you're in love with someone,
because you fuck without emotion. I fuck without emotion.
Listen.
I don't know if we've all.
Women,
I know a decent amount of the men in here have fucked without emotion.
Your emotion weighs
Yeah, no, Ben, I agree with you.
it feels better when you like her.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben.
You know what I'm saying? It feels better when you actually want her there.
Ben, I agree with you. You can't fuck without emotion. Correct. You can't. But when you really care about somebody, you really deep in it with them,
a day after
when you really not even a day. Sometimes it could be times you could have sex with somebody. I'm not gonna act like it's personal, but I'm making it personal. You got sex with somebody and that shit just ain't really there. Like you feel like I ain't even enjoying this shit. Because you thinking about, damn, like I can't even be here type
that
shit.
Sucks. That sucks. And I'm sure that happens to men a lot more.
It does. And they be friends if they say they don't. I don't give a fuck with men.
That's why you don't.
Be friends.
I will say this.
Motherfucker.
I'll say this. My little like randos like that I've had in my day, like the post nut clarity be real though.
Like, why was I just with
get the fuck up out of here? You like snap back into your senses, like
yeah, you like
y'all was fucking in emotion with emotion.
You want to just
where am I?
Man.
Just be horny.
Especially when it's like
bored.
Like,
realistically, with me, I can't speak on them, but me, I was bored. Most of my little bullshit.
Or drunk.
Nels, what you think, Nels?
Both.
Because Nels is shaking her head like hell no. What you think, Nels?
You think this nigga Ben crazy?
Who's crazy? Who's crazy?
I'm not crazy.
Who's crazy? Ben's crazy?
Wait, let her talk.
I don't know. I think that's crazy. I don't have pointless sex anyway. I feel like if there's no emotion, there's no reason for it.
I'm out of here.
Tell him, Nels, get his ass. How come he can't hear you? Tell him, Nels.
2022. Fuck, man. Fuck. This shit gotta stop.
Break my heart to hear a man I've dealt with say something like that. I'd be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you the next day, you good?
So you don't believe in casual,
bro.
We were talking.
We're talking about intimacy. We're not talking about I just met shorty. We chilling. We have sex. I'm talking about you in a relationship. Y'all chill every day.
Right.
Y'all loving on each other. Y'all really got a real love. Like I seen your mom. You see my mom. We at the cookouts together. We loving on each other. And now we broke up after years. And now you going
tomorrow
the
you with somebody else. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
well, with someone else or fucking someone else, because I would never
even fucking someone else. That's OD.
I say this. If me and my girl break up right now, I have zero interest in probably ever building with another female again. I'm just gonna be single for the rest of my life.
That's
you don't know some future hoes, bro.
I have zero.
I'll chalk it up to that too, though.
You know what I mean? Well, I'll fuck all day. I'll fuck all day, all night.
How old are you?
I just don't want to.
This is capping right now, bro.
I swear to God, I'm good, bro. Like, honestly, like
you
I
say
like
that.
that girl a lot.
You say that until it's 13 degrees outside. You win.
I'll tell you this: my girl is super cool, and like she puts up, like y'all see the bullshit I say and do, and I live this shit. You feel me? So like my girl puts up with it. Not even puts up with it. She like enjoys it. Like it loves me. You feel me?
That's who you are. She loves it. Yeah,
100%. You know what I mean? Like Unique, you seen us together. You know what I mean? So like for me to find that again is very
hard. It's very hard. Yeah,
I don't even like that. Like realistically, like I've only really like had feelings for like 4 girls maybe in my whole entire life, like real feelings. You know what I mean? So like to earn my heart is a fucking task in its own. You know what I mean?
You can't speak for 10 years from now. Because when you were 18, you didn't think
didn't think you'd be here.
Right. That's why I say it's cap only because that's why I say it's cap only because you do feel like that. And then you can sometimes meet somebody that not quote unquote better, but you meet somebody that can.
But he's not intending to though.
He's not exactly. And it would hurt.
He's not planning.
Right.
I would be so close.
How much in life do we really plan? Like we plan in life, but how much does it really go according to plan?
To say, Ben, it's refreshing as a woman to hear a man speak about his woman that way.
Yes.
It is like
it's clapping
goes right. Like kudos to you for the fact that like it's not often that you hear, especially on a platform, even with a podcast, to hear men refer to like their women in such like high graces. So
that was beautiful.
Hear it, and that's more power to you for being in a relationship. I really feel like is worth it.
But let's not, skip past all the shit he said.
Right. Because Nels is not done with you. Nels is not done with you.
But when he's saying like I'm taking at face value, like he's saying, look, I am not looking to be with anybody else. Like this is what I want, and I have the person that I feel like, what's the expression that they say? Like our demons dance well together. Like. He is like the yin to his yang. And it's nice to hear someone talk about that despite what he feels after the relationship is over, because that's a different mentality.
Right.
As a boyfriend.
He's in heat.
Yeah. Here.
Stephanie, she's in the other room. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's standing behind the camera.
She's like, yeah, you better be, nigga.
No, but what Ben said is like a grown mentality. And what I seen today is I seen a podcast today of a guy saying that men peak at age 40. A study. Men peak at age 40, and that's what I was about to ask you. Men peak at age 40.
It's actually 36, but yeah.
Now for 36, 40, whatever. You're old, gray hair. So do
shit. Speak for
y'all as do y'all ladies think that's acceptable? No, not every man is like that, obviously, but do you think it's acceptable for a man to have his shit together at 40, or do you really wish or hope that it's younger? I know that I kind of know what the answer is going to be, but what's your feel on the 40 age of everything being together when y'all have it usually younger?
I feel like younger me wasn't thinking like that. Like whoever I was with at the time, you had, like, this is what I want, so you need to be on that page too. Right. And I've never understood I understood, but not to the extent of like how different we all mature at different paces and what we go through in our life. Everything just makes
when you grow up, everything.
All that. So now at this big age, I understand like it may take a little longer for my man to do something, or for us to be on that same wavelength of wanting the same things or something like that. And I think the 35 through 40, especially now having a mental health degree and understanding more about how our brains process things and being mature and stuff like that. I don't think that's like an unrealistic thing to be like, you know what, it may take a little longer for us to get to that level ground. It may take, a little bit more work from both of us to, get there and understand each other. So
it was good to catch y'all.
Yeah.
Just got back from Mexico. Sorry about that.
Oh shit! There you go.
Just a general question. So, what age do women peak?
I would say earlier.
Yeah,
I would say
19.
25 to 30.
It's 25. I think it's 25. But
25.
19.
25 to 30.
I think it's 25. But I do.
Do we know? Like, is there an actual statistic for that?
It's probably.
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just my podcast. I just heard about males.
Even
go back
even
and do
if
the 10-year challenge.
Chill out.
We're gonna see how many people.
Even if you go and look, like they've changed like the adolescence age from like it used to be like to 20 and they extended it now to 25.
Yeah.
So like, and then I think just our society as a whole, from being younger kids and stuff, women were always like, we're always taught like being a mom role. We're always taught
Mhm.
like taking care role. We're like, so it just happens so much earlier and for us because we're always in that like leader role of like being
Right.
the nurturer and being
Right.
that mom or being that wife.
But
Playing-
nowadays, people aren't raised like that, so it's moving up.
yeah,
I
gender
think-
roles are definitely
Yeah,
changing.
that's
But I think culturally, like that, like, you know, I can speak for, you know, Black people in terms of our community, men and women, we are forced to, you know, grow up at a young age.
Right.
So
Mhm.
it's really, you know, case by case.
That's
But
right.
if you're looking
Yeah,
at
'cause that's only some of
biology,
us.
yeah.
Right.
But if you're looking at biology, they say the male brain is not physically done developing until 27 anyway.
Yep.
Right.
So, I mean,
Right.
I'm not, you know
I
what I
got
mean?
what you
The
said.
nigga wasn't even using his whole capacity of brain power
I'm a
until a
duelist.
couple years ago. You
And
know what I'm saying?
And we'll say stuff like, "Yo, you're too old to be doing this," but some people like they just got there,
Right.
Like, they
And
just
not
now,
for nothing. And not for
they
nothing.
just
I
now
feel
get
like
there.
I'm an age gracefully. So if you don't want me at 30, at 40, at 50, you're gonna lose out because I'm gonna be one of them 50-year-olds that like, oh,
Somebody's
Idris
grandpa.
Elba type
You know
shit.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I feel like
You
because
feel that way
like
too?
our generation. No, I was it was well, it had something to do with what you're saying. You're talking about aging gracefully. I feel like
Yeah.
our generation, because we're all around the same age.
Yeah.
We're like, because like I think about like what 50 was, what I thought 50 was when I was 10 years
True.
old. It was like
Right.
so
Right, it's
old.
different.
Like we grew up.
70 ain't old.
We grew up with internet.
Nah, that's
we
young.
grew up with rap music when it was just like we're going to listen to Migos is going to be like old school for us. You see what I'm saying? Like when we're
Right.
fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what we're going to be like at 50. Like how old are we? Or but how not old are we?
How
gonna be
young
when
are we
turn-
actually going to be? At
That's
50?
true.
Exactly.
I like that.
You mean feeling or mentality?
I'm
It's all
talking about
Just the 50 age. Like when we were kids, 50 was like what? The fuck?
like because I
Ancient.
That's old as fuck.
See, I feel-
because I see
But now it's
people
like,
who are 50.
yo, your mom is 50. My mom about to be 49. That's young
Yeah, your
as
mom.
hell. Like,
But
That's
like
crazy.
yeah, like I see
Respectfully,
people
Pat,
who are 50 now, and so that like if you're 50 now, you were born in 72, like, and
That's
so
good math.
you were 20 years old in 92, and it's just like it's a different type of 50 than when my mom was 50. She was born in like 53. You know what I'm saying? She was
Right.
20 years old in 73. Like
Mhm.
there was no rap music in 1973.
No, there wasn't,
Well, my
but there
mom-
was funk.
Get down on it.
Yeah,
Disco.
but that's what I'm saying.
Disco.
It's
Yeah, I was gonna
different.
say
It's
disco.
it's different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see because I see
For
what the 50-year-olds are like now, and then when it's our turn 20
That's
years from
true.
now to be in our 50s, I wonder what it's going to be like.
What would
I
we
think
do?
honestly, I think we keep ourselves like look at the adults that are on TikTok. You know, like TikTok was originally like a kid app where you had little
We
dances.
keep ourselves
Now-
young.
Now it's like our platform. Like TikTok is huge. Like there's people that are off Instagram, off Snapchat, off Facebook, and they're mainly posting on TikTok because it has such a huge platform and a huge audience.
Right.
So it's like in many ways we're keeping ourselves young because what before people weren't associating. Like I don't remember 50-year-olds doing the same things that 12-year-olds are doing. You're
Well,
on
they
TikTok.
couldn't.
Yeah,
you
No
see the-
MySpace and shit.
Yeah, they
I was
couldn't
just
do
thinking
it.
that too.
you go on TikTok and you see 50, 60-year-olds posting content, and then the next one is a 13-year-old doing a TikTok dance.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
now we're kind of grouping ourselves together more
right.
younger generation. So I think that's
I
why
still can't do that shit.
when you like
That bad.
That could never
gracefully,
dance. It's a
we
I
kind
can
of
dance, though.
are.
Wait.
Nah,
Let
we
me
ain't
finish the
going to
thought.
that. Hold on. Go ahead, finish it.
Yeah.
We gonna go back to that. Go ahead.
Who?
Hit the
Me?
Dougie, Pat.
Try to say I can't dance. I don't like that. I can definitely dance. We don't-
Who told that man to hit the Dougie?
I was like, all you can do is Dougie, bitch.
All right, we're not gonna do that because I bet I'll see y'all
And
something.
All right, let's
and your
put
dance
you
move
down.
and your little.
Yeah.
Pack a Dougie.
We ain't gonna
jerk.
put you out
Oh,
of your
shit.
podcast.
Spider.
Yeah, you trying to show his whole playbook. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't
All right,
show the
Steph.
playbook. The playbook special.
No, that's what I mean by like aging gracefully is because we are no longer like we don't feel so separate from the younger generations because we kind of grouped ourselves with them. Like
You
we're
tap in very
we're
easy.
starting to tap into the same things that they're using for entertainment now, like we're doing. Where before it was like only college students were on Facebook, and then now all of a sudden now you have the older generation, the younger
now Facebook. Yeah.
people are making Instagram profiles for their babies. I mean, think about that.
And they're
Like
fucking dogs.
right,
Hey, listen,
dogs for their
Someone has
babies.
a dog pee.
Lord Dio is he's trending worldwide.
So like we're becoming a part of like a larger group, and we're kind of like I don't want to say isolating ourselves, but we're kind of becoming more of what the younger kids are doing because we're a part of that now. So like before, I don't remember adults doing the stuff that we were doing. Like
it's everything now.
Not gonna lie though, some niggas
We couldn't even be in a room with
we weren't even
adults
allowed
when we were younger.
But to Steph's point, it's like because we're that generation where we're caught in the middle. You know what I mean?
We're internet though.
Right. We were both though. We were hybrid because we was outside and then we saw screens and all that. So
Right.
I think that what is it? Adaptability.
Adaptivity.
Yeah, the evolution, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because we was able to do that, I feel like you said, we're forever going to be youthful. But it's also like mentality too. You know what I'm saying? Because if people be 50 and 70 and all types of shit, still act, very
21.
youthful. Yeah. But what I will say to people though is moisturize your skin. You want to age like a like a grape or not like a banana. You don't want to age like no banana.
Grapes wrinkle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, grapes turn into prunes.
This bitch. Raisins,
whatever. You know what I mean? You want to age like wine, nigga. Fine.
I want to age like
Nah,
but put lotion on after the shower though, because that's the number one thing. That's what happened. That's 10 years right there.
No, people really do not put lotion on after the shower. By the way, I had to put like a few friends onto that. I don't know how you get out the shower and you don't put lotion.
Are they black?
It's disgusting. Yes, they are black, and now they wear lotion after the shower.
Niggas dirty.
They are
setting up people
ashy,
back
and I
5
hope
years.
Listen.
You gotta put coconut oil and shea butter on.
Yeah, people be like, "How do you put lotion on after the shower? You're gonna sweat it off." Like, no, that's the point. Put the lotion on.
So
in
relationships,
Pat's like word.
Pat's taking notes. He's like, okay.
I gotta just throw his hands in the game. I don't care what nobody say.
Shea butter.
You feel me? What are y'all talking about?
Pink
lotion. All right? These hands is different. All right, let me tell y'all. But I'm gonna start with Nels on this one. Nels, how many months do you think it takes for you to know your significant other?
Get to know them.
To know them.
Like to understand them.
I got a nice response. They're about to be high as a kite.
Now I can't hear you. What'd you say?
You said to like know them.
Yes, to really understand them, like to really know them, because when we meet somebody, it's always a honeymoon stage. We go through that. But how many months until you really know them?
Understand and know. I think understand those two different things.
Okay, so no.
So
understand,
no.
yes.
Honestly, I feel like it could take a while. I don't think there's a time frame. You could with someone for a year, even live with them, still not fully know them.
Right.
So I feel like it takes a while. That's why some people be engaged for 5 years, because it takes a while to know somebody.
I believe in that shit.
To piggyback on that, I definitely feel like you never stop knowing or learning who someone is.
Right.
So I definitely agree with her what she's saying, that it'll take a while.
And people
change.
I feel like it may take like a year to understand like someone's patterns and like understand it, but like what the two of them just said, like you constantly said, like you just said, you constantly get to know someone, like because they're constantly growing, and so you're always getting to know someone as they evolve in the phases of life that they go through. Right. But I think it takes maybe like a year or so to like understand someone.
To understand,
right.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's actually the pattern thing is really the most important thing to do, because then you can predict their behavior at that point.
Yes. Like I know what you're gonna do now when you're mad, when you're sad, when you can struggling, when
you can learn their patterns, and then you can, when there's breaks in the pattern, that's when you can start piecing and spotting things out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. If you're paying attention.
Life is all about patterns.
Right.
Observant though. You gotta peep game though.
Right.
Oh
yeah. Pre the game.
You got to. Anybody ever played the game on you better than you thought the game was?
Wait, what?
What?
We all know the game, but has anybody ever played the game on y'all better?
What game? I don't know no game.
Must have been playing Monopoly or something, nigga?
Now we don't know the game. The whole thing we've been talking about all day.
We playing Uno.
We get played. Has anybody ever played you better than than you thought you was gonna ever get played. Like, have you ever been in that situation where
Well, when I'm with
Yes.
someone, I'm
Got
not trying to
played.
play them. So I
obviously
always
I
want to
know that, Sade.
I absolutely
just
have
saying,
been
like,
dogged out. Yes.
that's what I'm saying. How
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
I
I'm saying
absolutely
the way you
have
like,
been
damn,
It's
dogged
because
like
we not trying to
I
play
ain't
the
even
game.
think I was gonna get there though. But I'm saying to the point you like, I didn't even think I was gonna get there. Like ego wise, you like, I can't. There's no way.
No, because at the end of the day, you played yourself.
You
You know
did.
what I'm saying? So it's like,
Did you though?
A little
Did you?
bit. A little bit.
Did you?
Yeah,
Or did you
a little
think that was like so? Like you can't fault yourself for being manipulated sometimes.
no, that's true. That's true. But
Did you think that this was like the
sometimes you
best
can,
thing
though.
for you, or this person was giving you like the best they can give you, blah 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 blah, and then
Mhm.
boom, they, it's like a whole
But
different
I would be
situation.
upset at myself that I didn't pick anything up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
can't.
ignore, if you notice shit like that's funny and that's funny, and a whole bunch of them, it's like you didn't say nothing.
Yeah, but when you're emotionally involved with someone, it's just like
That's true.
sometimes you're gonna ignore.
Are
them.
you
blind.
even looking for certain shit? Yeah,
Right,
Right.
you blind.
Sometimes
Right.
you sleep with some
They-
shit. A
like,
lot of the time, you sleep with some shit under the rug.
There's an
Yeah.
expression that says like if you're wearing rose-colored glasses, you can't see the flags. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? So
You
like
got all
sometimes
these expressions. I need to get your book because you got all
I
these
know,
damn expressions.
I
I
know,
need these.
I know. But it's true though, because sometimes there are red flags, and oftentimes you're blinded by
They
things.
green to me.
Yeah, like even
Wait,
when it
what?
comes to people,
That can't be
like,
true.
what you see as far as people's potential, it doesn't mean that they necessarily live up to it. And I think there's
Yes.
a hope that's like, okay, maybe they will be that person. And like we talked about men peaking at a certain age. You can be with a man at 25 and he's like you end up molding him to be the person you want to be in his next relationship. So like
Yeah, that's the
that
most fucked up
you-
shit.
Right.
We gotta stop trying to mold people. We are not fucking
Right.
close.
There you go. Thank you. Because I was just thinking this.
Like you make them better
It's
for
hard.
the person, and that's
Yeah,
the reality of it.
that's
So
what you mean.
by the time they're 40, like they're the exact person that you wish they were when they were 25. You just had them at the wrong
At
time.
the wrong time, yeah.
Right.
I don't think so.
You don't think
Nah,
so?
because
Who
you
said
learn
they
from
don't
every, you
think so?
learn from every relationship
so.
though.
Bad
I
time,
don't
bad.
think you melting.
But
You're not,
I
you're
don't think
not
it's
molding
about
nobody.
you. I think it's about them.
Yeah, you gotta realistically, you gotta just focus on yourself, and then, you know what I mean, meet someone on your route to becoming the best version of yourself, and then you know what I mean. Y'all just both
Yeah.
propel off each other.
Right.
You know what I mean. You're not molding anyone. You're building together. You're building together. It's a together effort. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it just happens though, like just based off
It
like
does.
what people learn as they go. So like there are
They get
things
lost
that
in it.
I'm sure that we've done that you don't realize you hurt somebody by doing. Even innocent things that you don't realize that hurts. Like you make a joke and you don't realize that really affected that person, that hurt their feelings. And then you learn in the next relationship, maybe I shouldn't joke about stuff like that. Like maybe I should learn what triggers them. So you unintentionally and subconsciously end up conditioning people to either act a certain way or tolerate certain things. And I think that's the unfortunate part is like you end up molding them, whether intentionally or not, to be better for the next person that comes around because they learn from those mistakes,
And
hopefully.
I think in relationships too, you could really you could be detrimental to each other, that it teaches both of you what you want or respect or expect the next person. And it may just be, y'all don't work out or y'all just not meant to be. But that's not to say that you don't have great qualities about yourself that just wasn't reached. You know what I'm saying? There was just like so much bumping that you couldn't get through the bumps to actually reach that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you climbing up this mountain and you keep getting hit by this avalanche. You know what I'm saying? But at the top of your mountain might be better than the next person that they with.
Right.
But
Potential though.
Exactly, it is
Right.
potential. But it's
Right.
also like he said, rappelling up together. Sometimes one person's fucking rope is a little bit stronger than the other. Respectfully.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are y'all repelling together? Y'all repelling in somebody you got to
Like
drag
what?
somebody
Like
along?
what exactly? What do I do? Do I help you up and
Yeah.
stop roping
So
and stop
that's-
pulling myself up, or do we?
Sometimes it happens.
So that's literally like taking like almost like a leap. Like, am I invested in this person enough to continue to help them and pull them up for our relationship and how I feel it could be? Like, as annoying as it sounds of being in love with potential or dating someone because of their potential, sometimes we do, because it's like,
We always do.
yeah, I'm invested in this person and I see what we could be or where we are, and I see where it can grow to. So sometimes you do have to reach down and pull somebody up to bring them on the same level. What's wrong with doing that?
Right.
You know?
That's true. That
There's
is
nothing wrong with doing it, but then when it doesn't work out, You're
That's
like,
when,
"Ah,
that's
shit."
when you just gotta be like, all right,
Okay, well,
Charge to the
all right,
game.
so
you figure
here's
it out though. But there's also with
Charge
that.
it to the
Go
game.
ahead, Ben. Actually,
why would
Go
you
ahead.
be having to pull someone up though? Like, what are you pulling them up for?
But you know what? Maybe
Sometimes,
sometimes
yeah, go ahead, Nels.
What are you
Because
pulling them up for? That's what I want to know.
because
You know,
sometimes
Let Nels go first. Let Nels go first. Hold on. Go
right,
ahead.
you help the person, but you help them for yourself. Sometimes you're not always helping them for other people.
Right.
But if they,
what do you mean,
move,
giving them money?
at least you
No,
can
no, man, just hold on. Go ahead, Nels.
person and to elevate. Maybe with you they couldn't. So
Mhm.
they're
Right.
gonna move to another relationship. I don't think that's a bad thing.
But
Mhm.
why would you even find solace in looking to another person for elevation?
No,
You have to find elevation within yourself.
no, I'm
No, yeah, that's what Stephanie was getting at.
Right. Like
That's
Some women do look at that though.
thing or unconditionally doing it without knowing you're doing it.
Right.
Mhm.
But you're still molding that person to be a better person. If it's
Yeah.
for you or just for themselves, that's just what you're doing. But that don't mean that when they get with someone else that they're not going to be that person. Yeah, they're probably going to be a better person because of what they went through with you and what you were showing them.
That's
don't
very
need-
true.
right.
Moment.
Like if you're with someone who's outside all the time, they're out with their friends, they're with their boys, and you have an issue with that and you address it with them and you're like, listen, I really would rather appreciate, instead of going out every night, spend some time with me. Like, I'm big into like the love languages. Some people are into like quality time. And it's like if you express that to the person that you're with and then for whatever reason things don't work out, maybe the next time around, that particular guy will be with a woman who he realizes, oh, her love language is quality time. Let me spend some more time with her. Let me spend less time with my boys and more time at home. So it's like those are examples of how you don't realize that sometimes you do kind of give people the tools or the resources that they need to improve in their next relationship.
But
So
Ben, you
Those are
definitely
things.
understand.
I'm
You
sorry.
definitely understand this because you definitely do different now for your girl than you have been
Right.
before.
Right.
So that's basically what we're
No,
saying.
yeah, but my thing is, fuck, man, it was a good
Sorry.
point too. Yeah, it was a good point.
Man, him going down. He
No,
going.
but that's a true thing though, because like I was saying, that toxic story I brought up was like super toxic. But looking back on it, like she taught me things that in the next relationship I was like, oh yeah, I'm an official boyfriend. I
Right.
know what
Yeah.
girls demand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the way you would counteract that though is you would just that's why when you like meet someone, you kind of have to establish like this is what I like. When me and my girl got together, like we both kind of established like this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Like that's me. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
some people are receptive to that. Some people will say they are, and then they won't.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
sometimes you hit new crossroads. What happens when you come across a situation that you've never been into before?
Right.
Like what happens when you deal with someone with such a different personality? Like you never dealt with someone who had mental health issues,
Right.
or you never dealt with someone who was
Well, that's
outside
not her.
time.
That situation was like that was my first girlfriend ever, so that was just like
No, as an example, like if you
Yeah.
sometimes
In
you have to
general.
based on you approach different people with different situations that come up even mid relationship. Like there are some guys that are with women that they don't know have mental problems until midway
Oh
through
yeah.
the relationship.
Until something tragic happens and then
Something
you see it comes
right.
out. Yeah.
Right. So sometimes you come across new crossroads all the time, even in your own relationship. You can be with someone 10 years and then discover like, ooh, this is not,
You got a side family.
That could happen.
right.
Something could-
Like you're behaving differently. You don't realize who you're doing. The whole Uncle Richie story, like she probably didn't know.
Shout out, Unc.
She probably didn't know. You know what I mean? So like
Uncle Rich.
Yes.
but
Uncle Richie on the grill.
but to add, like Nels, did that
He
come
definitely
out
sound like he
of
made good hamburgers. I ain't gonna
did
lie.
that come out of left field for you? Like
You guys are pieces of shit.
Can y'all shut up, Stephanie? Okay, Stephanie.
No, my question was, do you feel like that whole situation, did that come out of left field or did you suspect that?
Did I suspect it?
Yeah, like that situation. Like, do you feel like it came out of nowhere or did you kind
Gut feeling?
of along?
I feel like I had a feeling. That's the reason why I text the phone to see.
Guilty conscience. We always feel.
Right.
We live together, so like when you start, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
When
you were living it with him?
Y'all was living together?
Guilty conscience.
Yeah.
No, but all right. Let's get to the bottom of this. Hold on. What was it? A live together or
You
Together.
was spending the night.
was it like a few nights a week?
We live together.
Why y'all surprised? I'm not.
That's
Oh,
bad.
Richie,
That's crazy.
wow.
He did that.
That's real bad work.
Usually it would be somebody else's name though. That's what I'm
Right.
surprised about.
Somebody
Like not the
else.
show
But
you
I'm
live
about to
on.
say, like, if that's
I-
that's you doing, yeah.
And I explained that I'm not a perfect princess.
Right.
Like
Mm.
I do
No,
my
'cause
dirt.
the other girl was probably the girlfriend too.
So,
in
when
the
he-
brain.
I said,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
your name the same. I've never changed your name on my phone. And if I was to be around guys I'm looking at, I'm not gonna change your name. I'm gonna change their name. His name gonna be Leah in my phone. Not your
True.
name changed. I just
Good strategy.
I'm being real.
That's a,
She doing a stretchy.
Yeah, he pulled that one out of Bill Bellamy's like
Yeah.
unpublished books. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like that shit was deep. He's like,
Mhm.
change their name.
Yep. So
I think there's a. Oh,
yeah,
my
that was-
bad.
oh, go ahead, baby.
No, I was gonna say. I think. I don't know. From what I caught from what Nell said, like she was doing her own dirt. Is that correct or no? In
No.
that situation.
And if
Oh,
I'm
okay.
that's a situation that I'm in, that's what I would do. So saying that if anything, he should have changed the other girls' names in his phone.
She
That
giving
was
him
real,
game
that was some
on
real
that.
OJ shit.
Yeah. She giving him real game on his own shit. I respect that.
Yeah.
Because
That was some real OJ shit. Man. I'm not
You gonna teach the game, teach it right? I
yeah,
mean,
no, I'm saying that's what I would change their name as a girl's name or something and keep his name the same. Why am I gonna change your name?
What you say the name
You
was?
the one blowing up my phone.
Nels, what you say the name was? Leah?
No, I said like put the name like I would put a nigga's name as Leah or something.
Anybody dating Nels, you see Leah, just know it's a lot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
No, the funny ones where it'd be like spam calling or be like Domino's.
right.
Or
Like,
be
like calling on
But,
No
Sunday.
answer. What's the name have me under?
The best
No
one I
answer.
seen was settings, bro. Somebody put settings and had
That's
the
dumb.
settings picture. No, bro, it wasn't because that shit said settings. It didn't say iMessage on. I don't know how they did it, but that was pretty clever.
That's
So.
dumb.
Wow.
Because think about it, settings. If you get some on your settings,
Bro,
pop up.
Yeah, but until wait, no.
Yeah.
Settings is an
if you
automatic.
gotta do all
automatic.
that, don't be cheating.
Right, and they
Fuck.
bad cheaters. I'm just saying. I seen it on Twitter. You know, Twitter got everything. So,
Yeah, I did
But-
see that Domino shit on Twitter.
like
too.
I was saying,
Domino's is wild.
That's what
Spam
we do.
calling is
Now
wild.
Domino's
They
calling
tweets
me.
are not even good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Hey.
Domino's calling you at
Yeah.
1 in the morning?
exactly. Sade,
Where's the
a new
pizza?
guest, Ben, a new guest, and Stephanie, a new guest. So I ask every new guest, every episode, culture shock, right? What does culture mean to y'all? So I'm gonna go with Ben first because Ben been out here asking everybody to spill their bad tea and all that. So we're gonna make Ben on the hot seat first. Ben, I want to know what culture, that word, means to you when you first hear it. Just first thing that comes to mind.
Culture is the essence of our humanity.
Mm.
It's what defines us.
That's it. Just like that. Stephanie, go ahead.
Mine is pretty similar to Ben's. I think culture is really identity. I think that helps us group us within ourselves. And I think that's also what makes us different and alike at the same time. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Sade?
To me, culture is us.
Right.
There you go. That's it.
Just like Fubu.
Y'all gave me some real quick answers. I like that. I like
Cradle
that.
the fuck civilization.
Right. So with that being said, I appreciate all y'all for being here. I appreciate part 2 of this episode. What's love got to do with it? You guys all shared crazy stories, great fun stories. And
Also,
so,
I hate that movie.
what's love got to do with it?
I wasn't a fan of it.
But you
either.
love loving basketball. Right?
No, hate that too.
What?
I know Nike made dresses.
They make bathing suits now. They make everything now.
But that's with that being said, I appreciate all y'all, Ellis, Steph, Ben, Nels, Rano, Los. I appreciate all y'all. Ben, I want to give a special shout out to Ben only because Bars, his podcast is fire. Burn After Rolling.
Appreciate that.
Check it out. Subscribe. You need to check it out. Subscribe. Show love. It's very fun, very real. Exactly how Ben was trying to get everything out of y'all. He gets everything out of people, and I love that about Ben. I cherish that.
Keep it real.
And for real, all y'all, I appreciate y'all for being here.
Hold on, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What the fuck were people saying? What did I say in the last video that had people in an uproar?
Oh, people were tight because they felt like the ego of men. Partially you, but everybody.
That was kind of my fault.
They said the ego of men was fronting on their feelings. They said the ego of men was wasn't being transparent to what it truly is, that love is or
What-
caring is. They said that Ellis, they said that the rest of them, they were like, or they fronting about like they don't really care. They'll leave the door open. It is what it is. So they were trying to see if y'all really had hearts, but yeah.
I said I left the door open because I did have feelings for that person.
Okay, so you clarified it. Tell them.
Ellis came to clear his name.
Yeah, I don't
hear
care.
you.
Yeah,
I hear
I
you.
wanted to know. Yeah, I wanted to know what was like. What the uproar was.
That was-
about.
that
No,
was
we had a lot of
What it was about.
traffic. We had a lot.
Hey,
of
we had a lot of
traffic.
traffic, and a lot of women just were like they want to hear the women's side of it. So it was a lot of men on the episode. So that's why I had to bring the ladies in, and they shut
To
up.
clarify things, I was talking about like if I'm like dealing with somebody like on some like
Ellis said, "I'm clearing my fucking name."
like if we just having sex, like yeah, like you end it. Like I'm gonna keep this shit going for as long as possible.
I respect it. I
If the
respect
glove- if the glove don't fit,
Month to month, month to month.
I respect a month to month lease. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's a fact. Like if we just fucking like and it's good, like what the fuck, like. Yeah, keep this shit going for as long as possible. Like,
That's my dog.
like straight up. Like if we just like I've had
I
plenty
don't
of
agree.
situations
I
like
agree
that.
with that.
And I'm not
look at
emotionally
that.
I agree with that though.
So like this.
and that's and
They're not
but then
together.
I-
They're just
I-
fucking.
but then I also acknowledge that like
There was people that
there
were
have been I have been in situations where I knew that somebody was
like,
emotionally
careless
invested
because
and I
of that.
wasn't. Yeah,
Because
and
you
I was
just fucking-
careless because of that.
She just fucking you too, so she just careless too. Then clearly,
Right.
Yeah, but like if we're both just having sex,
True.
if we're both just having sex,
why does it
and
matter?
you know, there's like no crazy emotions attached. Like, yeah, like I'm not gonna be the one to fuck this good thing up. Like, this is a fucking gravy train. Let this shit keep
So
coming in.
ladies, leave him alone, ladies. I don't want to hear nothing from
We got a good
Right.
thing going, baby.
Right.
Yeah, man, alone.
But, and like I said before, like,
I'm
but
dead.
like for actual breakups in relationships, I'd rather someone break up with me because I'm the type of person who would leave the door open. Like, if I'm emotionally attached to someone, if we built something, and I don't just get over people like that. So I'll leave the door open. And if, as far as like breakups go and relationships go,
Put the key under the mat.
but yeah, but if we just
Right.
fucking like, yeah, let's keep this shit.
That man Ellis gave them a key. He didn't leave that shit under the mat. They got in that keyhole.
Hey, just in case you need to get some of your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we broke it down about leaving the door on the mat, but I'll
You left your sock here.
I'll come downstairs.
That's a yeah.
Earring
Like,
bags. The earring bags. Come on now, guys.
Just
Come
thinking
on
of
now,
my
fellas.
bathroom.
What are we doing? When you're telling you need the earring bags, come on.
Your earring bags.
Yep.
doing mad messy shit. Like,
They screwing. So I can't put my earrings on without
Fucking
them.
name, Ellis. Don't shut up, and that's really it. But again, I appreciate y'all. This is episode number 7. What does love got to do with it? I appreciate all y'all. I hope everybody checks in, and if you got some bullshit, write in the comments, man. Love y'all. Peace.